everyone, welcome back to Measuremix. Today I'm going to be making over some thrifted items into some farmhouse decor. One of those items is a Kirklands dupe of this picture frame behind me here. I've had so many questions about this picture frame when I do my intros here. You guys love it. It is from Kirklands about 3 or 4 years ago, so I don't know if they still sell it. A few of you have asked me to recreate it after I told you guys that. So that is going to be part of this video today, so stay tuned for that. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you like home decors and DIYs, stick around by hitting that subscribe button and don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. And also stick around till the end of the video if you have a YouTube channel, because I am co-hosting an open challenge with NataLee from Design to the Nines, and I'm going to give you all of that information at the end. All right, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to be making over is this large picture that I got at Goodwill for $5.99. I loved that it had a wood frame around it, and the inside had a wainscoting paneling look, and I thought that I could turn this into a really awesome farmhouse sign. The first thing I did was take some sandpaper and sand down the frame. It really didn't look like it had any polyurethane on it or like any type of stain on it already. It was kind of just old and had an orangey color to it. So I wanted to cover that orange color up. So after I sanded it, I took some of my briar smoke stain and stained the whole frame, and then I kind of just wiped it down, so it gave it more of the look that I was going for in my home. Next, I just painted the picture with some white linen chalk paint by Rust-Oleum. This took about 3 coats of paint to cover up that dark picture that was on there. After the white paint was all dry, I just came back and took a pencil and freehanded the word homemade onto the middle of the board. I just used a level and drew a line from one side of the board to the other, and that's how I wrote my word, so that way it would be straight and even. I didn't show this part because when I looked back at the video clips, you could not see it at all. So I am just going to show you how I am tracing out the word homemade with my Sharpie paint pen, and then I came back and erased the pencil markings and just touched up the paint where I needed to. Lastly, I just took some of the black poster letters from Dollar Tree to spell out pies, sweets, and cakes. This took me a couple tries to get the letters all lined up, but these are really easy to stick down. And that was it. I had a really cute farmhouse sign that was perfect for my kitchen. The next thing I'm going to be making over is this shutter that I got from the Habitat for Humanity store for $5. It's like one big shutter with 2 smaller shutters hinged together. So what I'm going to do is actually take those hinges off, and I'm going to save the hinges for my next project, but then that's going to leave me with 2 smaller shutters, so that way I just don't have one big shutter. And then there was also like an extra piece of wood on one of the shutters, probably to attach it to wherever it needed to be attached to, and I just removed that as well. So these shutters were really dirty and gross. They had cobwebs all over them. So what I did was take a spray bottle mixed with some water, vinegar, and soap, and I just wiped these down really good to get all of the dust and grime off of them. Next, I needed to paint them, so I took some Rust-Oleum aged gray chalk paint, which I thought was the easiest way to get some paint on these, and spray painted them with 3 coats of paint. So while the paint was drying on the shutters, I decided to make 2 small boxwood wreaths to hang on them. So I decided to take some clippings from my boxwood bushes that I have outside. So this is totally free for me to do this. And I just took some green floral wire that I already had and then just kind of started layering the boxwood on top of each other and wrapping it in the floral wire, and then just kind of playing around with it to get a circle shape out of it. And then I did read some blogs where once these start to turn brown, down, you can just kind of spray paint them with some green spray paint, and that will kind of help them stay looking nice throughout the season. Of course, they're not going to last for forever because I didn't preserve them, but this worked out for me. I just kind of filled in where it was missing some after I got it into a circle shape, and then I just hung them from the shutters with some Dollar Tree burlap ribbon, and these look so pretty. Okay, I saved the best makeover for last, or probably the one you've been waiting for the most for last. I'm going to be doing the Kirklands Dupe with this picture frame from Goodwill that I picked up for $1.99. I believe this picture frame is an 11 by 14. It had a nice wood frame to it, and I just removed the glass and set the glass aside, and I just threw away the backing because I didn't need it. And now I'm just going to paint the frame with 3 coats of the white linen Rust-Oleum chalk paint. After the paint was dry, I came back with some sandpaper and I just sanded the edges of the frame and the middle parts of the frame as well to give it that weathered look like the Kirkland's one had. So if you're going to do this dupe, make sure you pick up a wood frame that you like the color of the wood, because that is what's going to show through and make this look weathered. Now I'm going to take the 2 hinges that I saved from the shutters and use those. You could pick up a couple cheap hinges from Home Depot. That is where I got the handle from. It was $1.50. And now I'm going to go ahead and give all of this a coat of this matte black hammered spray paint. You could use whatever spray paint you would like. I just already had this. And then to give this a rusted and more weathered look like the Kirkland's one, I'm going to use some ground cinnamon while the paint is still wet on the hardware, and sprinkle that on and then just kind of layer it with the spray paint and the cinnamon until I get the look that I like. After the hardware was dry, I applied the hinges to the long side of the frame on the outer side, just with the screws that came with the hinges. It was super simple. I just lost the footage for that. And then on the opposite side, in the middle of the frame, I just applied the handle. Okay, now it's time for the writing on the glass. So what I did was go into Adobe Illustrator and create the wording on there as close as I could get to the Kirkland's one, and I've created a free printable for you guys. I'll link that down below in the description box, but I created it as a mirror effect so the words are backwards because I wanted my wording to be on the back of the glass and not the front of the glass when you put it in the frame, if that makes sense. So that way the front of the glass would just be easier to clean. So what I did was just trace out the lettering onto the glass with a black paint pen, and that was really it. It was super simple to trace this out, and then I just inserted the glass back into the frame and used my hot glue gun to secure the glass inside the frame. You could use E6000 or any type of glue you'd like to secure it back into the frame so that way it holds and doesn't fall out. But I really love how this dupe turned out, and I think it's pretty close to the original one. I hope you guys enjoyed these thrift store makeovers today. Let me know down in the comments below how you think I did on that Kirkland's dupe, or if you might be trying it out and using that free printable. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, I would love to see your DIYs or your recreations of my DIYs, and you can do that by following me and tagging me on Instagram at Measuremix. And now before I say goodbye, I want to give you the information on how to join in on this open challenge I'm co-hosting with NataLee from Design to the Nines. If If you don't know who NataLee is, you definitely should check out her channel. She's very creative and very talented. I will leave her link down below in my description box so you can do that. She has this challenge that she hosts every month with a different co-host. It's called Girls Can Use Power Tools Challenge, and this month it is on September 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to join in, you just need to make a video using power tools. You can use any power tools you want. It can be a drill, a saw, a sander, anything you choose. Show us how you do that. And don't forget to mention NataLee and I in your videos, and link our channels in your description box as well. And then post your videos on the 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there will be a playlist for the challenge that you can add your videos to, so that way everybody can watch all of our videos. And that is it. I hope you guys join in. Let me know down in the comments below if you're going to be doing that. And don't forget to go over to NataLee's channel, check her channel out, let her know that I sent you, let her know if you're going to be participating in this challenge. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.